And who is Hannibal Buress? That was my life experience, but it sounded like Richard Pryor jokes. I'd be going, you ever like sometime, right, you get on that toilet and when you that water splash up on your ass?
If God would have wanted whites to be equal to blacks, everybody have one of these. I'm Ronald Reagan's illegitimate son.
Can you use this word in a sentence?
We're making a ton of money. Now, you go out and really go nuts with it, or do you put it away, or how do you handle the whole thing?
Hey, Amos, get a load of that coat.
No, I wasn't saying you push clothes.
Give up hope and hung himself because of this airplane is coming over. Made me have to loop all this I ain't looping We either get it now or not at all.
Tom, don't tell me to calm down, trailer boy. And I gotta sit and listen to this black bastard telling me people won't remember who I am?
And I'm happy to be here with people that I recognize, even if I don't know. I recognize them. This lady, this is your fiance.
Yeah.
She's very lovely.
Oh, thank you very much. What's all about you, though? Don't be checking my ass down on the side. Well, he got the award and everybody's standing up going to try to rap. But hey, man, so who's this with you, Ed?
Tracy Morgan has called Eddie Murphy his biggest inspiration in comedy. Then one day, Eddie did an impression of Tracy Morgan while Tracy Morgan was standing right next to him. Watch Tracy's face when he realizes what's happening.
As kids, you probably stayed up late on Saturday to watch. Tracy.
What is Showtime at the Apollo? Featuring Sandman Sims.
No. Come on, y'all really don't know?
Hosted by Steve Harvey.
Again. No.
Y'all ready for your next act? Let me hear you say, yeah.
This is not that. This is not that.
Well, James L. Jones is my biological father. James L. Jones impregnated my mother on the set of Claudine on Edgecombe Avenue in Harlem. You know what? I think we might be related.
I don't see it.
He didn't even need Tracy in the room. This impression alone, delivered on Jimmy Kimmel, made Tracy Morgan say something that tells you everything about what it feels like to be imitated by Eddie Murphy.
Because Tracy told me that he went to your house and you made him, as he said over and over again to me, Ballpark Franks.
He said, I went over there, he made me Franks, Ballpark Franks.
Yeah, that's it.
That's why I'ma always be cool with Eddie, because he made me them Franks. And when I was young, they used to call me Fat Murphy.
Eddie Murphy and Michael Jackson were close friends for decades, and the Michael Jackson that Eddie knew was nothing like the one the world saw. Specifically, there was a night at Sammy Davis Jr.'s house that nobody outside that room ever knew about.
Is it true that you watched Cocoon at Sammy Davis Jr.'s house with Sammy Davis?
Yes, that is true.
That's good.
All the stars, like I saw Steve and Edie Gourmet, Lucille Ball, and Michael would be there.
Michael Jackson would be there. He watched Cocoon there?
Mm-hmm. He was behind the door at first because there was too many people. There's too many people in the room. He was hiding behind the door. I said, Eddie, come on. And I went behind the door, and then we were standing behind the door, and I was like, what the else? There's so many people in there.
This was the American Music Award. Michael Jackson was about to give his acceptance speech. He asked Eddie Murphy for one small favor. Eddie should not have been trusted with that.
First, I'd like to thank, could you lift that up, please? I can't wait. Eddie, I need your help. It ain't working. Okay.
Go like bend down.
First, I'd like to thank,
He said, Eddie, pull it up like I was working for him or something. And I started to do it too. I was like, yes, Mike. Wait, what am I doing?
The more time Eddie spent at Michael Jackson's house, the more material he collected. Most of it involved bubbles. All of it went exactly the way you'd expect.
Michael Jackson had his chimps, and you would go to his house. That Bubbles chimp, when he got a certain age, you couldn't with Bubbles. He had Bubbles in the cage. I was like, don't go near him. Don't go over there, Eddie.
Did you go to his house?
Yeah, a few times. And the chimp would be, going crazy. Is that Bubble? They said, yes, don't go near the cage. Really? I thought Bubbles was... don't go over there.
Stevie Wonder is one of the most beloved musicians alive. He also once found Eddie Murphy in Atlanta and delivered a very personal warning. The warning backfired immediately.
Dude, I met Stevie Wonder in Atlanta. Don't think that Stevie's sitting home in his living room going, wow, I'm blind. That's messed up, man. He walked up to me in Atlanta, too. He walks up to me, he goes, Eddie, if you ever imitate me again, I'll kick you behind. Needless to say, I wasn't afraid. I'd kill Stevie Wonder in a fight. Step off, Steve. Step off. Pip! Oh, you shouldn't have did that.
Eddie has said there was one thing in comedy that meant more to him than any award or any crowd, making Richard Pryor actually laugh. This is him describing what that felt like, and it is the most precise thing anyone has ever said about what it means to be funny.
I love to make him laugh. It was nothing more rewarding than to say something and have Richard Pryor go, that's how he laughed. When Richard did that, you'd be like, to make Richard laugh.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, he looks like he'd be a great...
And he was so sweet to me.
In 1982, 26 years before Barack Obama was elected, Eddie Murphy did a bit about running for president as a black man. The speech he gave in that bit sounds like something that was written after it happened.
And I'm gonna run for president, because we haven't had any black presidents lately either, have we? Somebody black should run. It'd be different. There's nothing to lose. It'd be fun, man. It can't get no worse than it's been the past 100 years. I figured, why not take the risk? Everybody's afraid to run, though, because they know that even though it's 1982, you have to give speeches like this. My fellow Americans, as the president up here, we the people must get together and join hands. You watch these people over there? I don't think they're too happy about this. He won't stand still. The black dude in the back going, hey, that ain't funny.
He met Barack Obama at the White House when Obama was president. Obama asked him one specific question, standing face to face in the Oval Office. Eddie has been doing an impression of it ever since.
Was that the first time you met the president?
Yeah, that was the first time I went to the White House and all of that. Look at my face. I'm all fanning out. I'm all happy and gritty.
What did he say to you? Do you remember what he said?
You know what he said to me? It's a picture where we're standing face to face, and he asked me, it was like, so what kind of rinse are you using in your hair? Because my hair was black. And I was like, what?
What kind of
rinse are you using? I don't use any rinse. And his hair is salt and pepper, so he was like,
what kind of rinse?
He was like, wait a minute. And I said, actually, Mr. President, you're actually three months older than you. You're like born in August. And so that's not making me feel any better.
When Eddie Murphy was at the peak of his career, right after his Raw special, Bill Cosby called him personally to complain about his language. Eddie picked up the phone, then he picked up the material.
I ran in the house all excited to talk to Bill and picked up the telephone and Bill got raw on me. I was like, hello, Mr. Cosby? And you hear, I would like to talk to you about some of the things that you do in your show. I have 5 children. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 children. I live in Massachusetts with my wife Camille and my 5 children. Now, of the 5 children that we have, there are 4 girls and a boy. The boy's name is Innes. He loves everything you do. Comes home from school the other day and he walks up and I say, what are you smiling about? Aww.
At the Mark Twain Award, one of the most prestigious nights in American comedy, Eddie Murphy did a Bill Cosby impression in front of the entire industry, knowing exactly what he was saying and knowing exactly what everyone in that room was thinking.
Wonderful this is. A wonderful, wonderful thing to be included with some of my heroes, Richard Pryor. Who else got this? Bill has one of these. Did y'all make Bill give his back? No, because I know there was a big outcry from people. They was trying to get Bill to give his trophies back. You know you f***ed up when they want you to give your trophies back. Give his trophy back too? He should do one show where he just come out and just talk crazy now. I would like to talk to some of the people who failed that I should give back my trophies. Because you may have heard recently that I allegedly put the pill in in the people's chocolate. I wish somebody would come up to my house talking about give up the trophy because you put the pill in the people's chocolate. You get up. I'm not giving back. And who is Hannibal Buress? Hannibal Buress! First of all, Hannibal is a caveman's name. If I ever see or meet this Hannibal Buress in person, I am going to try to kill this.
He was doing jokes about Mr. T in his act. Then people started telling him at parties that Mr. T had been looking for him. This is how Eddie Murphy handled that information.
I was scared because y'all see Mr. T. He looks like he can whip some ass, right? And I was petrified. I was walking parties and people say, yo, man, Mr. T was just here looking for you. Then I watched the show because I didn't know him. I watched the show to see what kind of guy he was, and the character on the show ain't too bright. So I figured if he came up to me, I could use the Jedi mind trick on him. T walk up and go, I heard you did some jokes about me. No, you didn't. Maybe I didn't. I'm gonna go beat up the fool that told me them lies. I was scared. I'd be at parties here. He was looking for me. I would just leave because I don't want to fight Mr. T.
Spike Lee is one of the most celebrated filmmakers alive. His films are brilliant. His technique is extraordinary. Eddie Murphy saw him on a talk show. One sentence came out that Spike Lee is still thinking about.
I seen Spike come on the show last week, and women said, "Wah!" And Spike looks like a cricket. He's a brilliant filmmaker. His movies are brilliant. He's hysterical. He's wonderful on camera. But Spike is not fine. He yells, "Wah!" And he looks like a cricket. And now Spike is somewhere thinking, I'm fine.
Prince was his neighbor. One night, Eddie's chef was leaving at 2 a.m. and a purple car went by. A hubcap fell off. What happened next is one of the most perfectly Prince things that has ever been documented.
Prince stayed a couple of houses down. My chef was leaving at like 2 in the morning once, and a car goes by, you know, purple car and the music, and he was like, wow, it's Prince. And a hubcap comes off, and it's got full, and the car keeps going, and he picks the hubcap up, and it's got the Prince thing on the hubcap, and the car goes and makes a big U-turn and comes back, and Prince says, can I have my hubcap back?
He confessed to stealing hubcaps on live television, not from before he was famous, from during his first year on Saturday Night Live. He was already on TV, he was still popping hubcaps.
Oh, no, so I stole some hubcaps.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
but it's not like what happened was I used to have to take the train into the city. When my first year at SNL, I would take the Long Island Railroad into the city, and when I came, and I would park in Freeport, and I had a car with nice hubcaps on. I came back one night, and my hubcaps were gone, you know, and I took somebody else's hubcap. But I was on TV already, and I was still popping hubcaps.
His very first stand-up gig was at a youth center at 15 years old. He was doing booger jokes. He thought he was a hotshot. Then Rodney Dangerfield showed up and said one thing that Dangerfield probably forgot immediately, and that Eddie Murphy has been thinking about for 50 years.
First time I met Rodney Dangerfield, that was in Florida at a comedy. It was the first comedian that I met that was famous, and I was about 17, and he came and he bumped me at this club. I was getting ready to go, and he said, Dangerfield's here. And I was like, oh no. So he went up, yeah, I get no respect. Killed it, blew the whole place out. Then I had to go up after him, and I did my show. I had a good set, and I went up after him. I said, so Mr. Dangerfield, what'd you think? He said, yeah, where you gonna go? Because back then my act was real dirty, dirtier than it was 5 years when I was 17. Whew, forget about it.
Your act was dirtier when you were 17?
Oh, much dirtier, much dirtier. Like the audience would sit there and look. And afterwards, I went up to Dangerfield and said, so what you think? And he said, where you gonna go with all of that? And then I saw him again maybe like 7 years later, like after Saturday Night Live and after the movies. No, he might not even remember this, in a bathroom in Caesar's Palace.
Well.
And I'm at the urinal, and Dangerfield walks up and he looks over at me and he just goes, who knew?
At the peak of his Saturday Night Live fame, executives came to Eddie Murphy with a business proposal. It was the most ridiculous thing anyone has offered a celebrity in the history of the entertainment industry. They had meetings, they drew up documents.
Am I wrong? Did I have an Eddie Murphy doll?
There was no Eddie Murphy doll.
There was never an Eddie Murphy doll?
No, but I was approached for stuff like that when I was, they would come and say, hey, Eddie Murphy doll. You know, the most ridiculous one was Eddie Murphy chocolate. Eddie Murphy chocolate drink. You put the chocolate in, stir it up, and your face on it. Eddie Murphy chocolate.
Hey, Eddie Murphy chocolate drink.
Like we had actually had a meeting and people had drawn stuff up and had stuff. You see, Eddie Murphy chocolate would be very popular in this region.
An interviewer asked how many kids he had. The answer stopped the entire show. The host's follow-up comment made it significantly worse for everyone.
How old are your kids? Like, are your kids going into show business?
I have 8 kids, and my kids range. Yes, I have 8 kids.
Eddie.
I do.
8 kids?
I do.
Well, now I know why you haven't been here in 13 years.
Right. And they go from age 3 to 21, 20.
Oh, Eddie.
I'm the...
Are you all right?
Yeah. He's a very, very fertile man.
I guess.
Very, very dense.
Okay. That's too much. Now,
He was 19 years old at Studio 54. Yul Brynner, one of the most iconic actors alive at the time, found him in the crowd and personally extended an invitation to a party at his house. Eddie made a decision.
I met Yul Brynner.
Really? Had he been on? He wasn't on the show.
No, I met him at Studio 54 when I was like 19.
Yul Brynner's at Studio 54.
Yeah, and he was having a party afterwards. Eddie, would you like to come to my house to party? It's surreal.
And
That's surreal 3 times.
Did you go to the party?
No, I didn't. Well, he was like 6. I was like 19. I was like, I ain't going to that old man's party.
He was completely starstruck the first time he met Muhammad Ali. Ali came down an escalator toward him, said one thing. It was not what Eddie expected the greatest of all time to say.
When I first met Muhammad Ali, I was really starstruck, and I had red shoes on. And we were going down the escalator. He's coming down the escalator. I'm going, and he looks at me and says, "Them some fine, fat, fly shoes you got on."
His Muhammad Ali impression is considered one of the most accurate in comedy history. When he steps into Ali's voice, the room doesn't laugh. It listens, because it sounds like Ali is actually there.
Muhammad, how do you feel about boxing today? Has it changed since your reign?
It's been a long time since I've done this one.
People used to think Joe Frazier's on with me. I can't wait to show everybody I'm coming back and say I was old, say I was over, say I couldn't do it no more. Fight Mike Tyson and show everybody I'm still great and beat everybody. And born to do it in the face, still pretty. Still
His Mike Tyson impression has one line in it that tells you everything about why Eddie Murphy's impressions land differently than everyone else's. He doesn't do the voice, he does the thinking.
I sound just like him. If I give an interview like this, yo, when I'm inside the ring, what I'm trying to do, when I'm inside the ring is I'm trying to, before I get inside the ring, I'm your friend, but in the ring, basically what I'm trying to do is punch the bone into the brain and kill the person.
Arnold Schwarzenegger personally pitched Eddie Murphy on a sequel to Twins. The sequel would be called Triplets. Eddie would be the 3rd triplet. Arnold had one very specific note about the casting.
Who pitched you on that? Arnold himself?
Yeah, Arnold and Arnold was there. You're gonna do it. It's gonna be fun. You're gonna be triplets, and it's gonna be the 3 of us, and we all look different. And Danny's little, I'm big, and you're the black one. I was like, but wait a second, y'all a little older than me. How are you gonna be triplets if y'all, 20 years old? We work it out. We figure it out sometime.
On his final episode as an SNL cast member, Eddie Murphy did a James Brown impression so complete that Edwin Newman, a professional journalist sitting across from him, had to fight to keep it together for the entire segment.
Mr. Brown, your career has spanned almost 3 decades, and yet your style has remained intact and constant.
That's because I'm a man, still a man, M-A-N.
And you openly endorsed candidates such as Hubert Humphrey. Now, why did you do that?
Papa's got a brand new bag. I got to.
Will you now retire?
Please. I want so bad. Give it up. I'll turn it loose.
The school of thought that soul music as a dominant force in music has been eclipsed.
No more so much. It's a man's world. Call me Superman. I got you. Feel good. Ow.
Years later, Eddie actually met James Brown on a movie set. He expected James Brown to have something to say about the impression. What James Brown actually said is one of the greatest compliments one performer has ever given another.
James Brown actually loved it. James Brown actually told me, I did this horrendous film once, he did a cameo in a movie called Holy Man. It wasn't that bad, but it was pretty bad. And I saw him backstage. He told me, you should do my life story. And I was like, well, I said, people would be laughing. He said, no. He said, they'd be laughing if you was playing around, but if you serious, people would take it serious. He said, yeah, because you got all that in-between stuff. Whatever that.
That's pretty good.
He said all that in-between stuff.
I met him once.
I think he met all the hat and the hood and all that stuff.
Michael Jackson cast Eddie Murphy as Pharaoh Ramesses in the Remember the Time music video. On set, there were trained animals. One of them stopped cooperating. Eddie Murphy's response told Michael Jackson everything about the difference between growing up in Egypt and growing up in Brooklyn.
And I don't want y'all to think that I'm running and I'm a punk because the mind didn't move from the bird. But it's two ways to react in a situation like that. You can run or be real still. And she's just being real still. But she's as horrified as I am. And she was raised in East Africa. She knows if the eagle go crazy, be real still. I'm from Brooklyn, so you run.
When SNL's scheduled host got sick at the last minute, the network panicked. They asked Eddie Murphy to host. He agreed. Then he walked out, introduced himself, and said something that sent NBC executives into emergency meetings.
Nah, it was like, oh, he's not coming. And then it was like, hey, let Eddie host. And you know what made them mad? I didn't say live from New York, it's Saturday night. I said, live from New York, it's the Eddie Murphy show. It was crazy. Meetings. People were having meetings in the hallway. What are you saying?
What NBC mean, I'm gonna let the cat out the bag. NBC means no blacks or colors. That's what it means. That's why the black people gonna start their own network, the ABN network, the All Black Network.
Martin Lawrence is one of the funniest people alive. On the set of Life, they were filming a scene. Martin Lawrence ruined a take. Eddie Murphy's response to that ruined every take after it.
Boy got God-given talent. God made.
What's wrong? The mustache too big?
Eddie Murphy almost never breaks character on SNL. The one person who managed to crack him was a cast member named Mary Gross. She did it with a single line that nobody saw coming, including Eddie.
How did you get interested in conceptual art? Have you ever considered studying in Paris or, say, one of the other major art capitals of the world?
No, I hate Puerto Ricans.
After 48 hours came out, Marlon Brando personally invited Eddie Murphy to dinner. At the dinner, Brando started reciting Eddie's own lines back at him in Brando's voice. Eddie had a very specific reaction.
Marlon Brando called and asked to have dinner with you.
Yeah, yes. You know the most surreal moment? Because I had just done 48 hours. Brando told me his favorite scene in the movie, but he was acting to me. And he goes, when you said, I'm your worst nightmare, I'm a with a badge. That means I've got permission to kick your whenever. And I was like this. Damn, Marlon Brando. I ain't do the like that, Marlon Brando. You should have been in 48 hours.
Jay Leno mentioned his father was a boxer. Eddie mentioned his father was also a boxer. What happened in the next 20 seconds ended Jay Leno's participation in the conversation.
So what do you do to work out? My dad used to be a professional boxer, so we have...
So was mine.
Really?
My dad was
what weight class?
My dad was a lightweight.
Really?
Yeah.
My dad was lightweight too.
Really? I remember my dad just kicked the hell out of your dad.
Yeah.
My dad fought under the name the Bronx Flash.
Well, if your dad was that tough, then you should be able to bust my ass.
Normally, I don't like to kick the guests around, but, sometimes it is necessary.
In the Black History Month SNL sketch, Eddie Murphy mispronounced a word on live television in front of a laughing studio audience. His response to that audience is the most Eddie Murphy response that has ever been given to any situation.
In 1895, at the Tuskegee Institute in Alabama, a black man named George Washington Carver developed a new method of soil improvement through crop rotation. So I messed up. Shut up!
The North Pole News Report sketch was already running well. Then Eddie Murphy improvised one line that stunned Mikey Day and Cecily Strong and broke himself harder than anyone else in the entire studio.
Listen to this right here. When polar bears
And the fattest man in the North Pole is nowhere to be found. He's MIA. Pretty convenient, huh? Don't you think? We're just scratching at the surface at this thing. Hashtag Santa knew.
At his Lifetime Achievement ceremony, Eddie Murphy did what Eddie Murphy always does. He turned the most formal night in American comedy into something nobody in that room was ready for. 3 rules, 3 sentences, and the third one stopped the entire room.
It's a blueprint, and I followed it my whole career. It's very simple. There's 3 things you do. Just do these 3 things. Pay your taxes, mind your business, and keep Will Smith's wife's name.
What made Eddie Murphy different wasn't the target, it was the accuracy. And accuracy at the right moment is more devastating than anything.
You invented the Beatles.
Yeah, man, I was ripped off by the whole group, and the whole group got a behind kicking coming to him when I see him.
Clarence, can you prove you were the 5th Beatle?
Yes, I can prove it, man. Well, here's a photograph of us back in 1962, before they kicked me out the group. You see that? That's John, that's Ringo, that's me in the middle, that's me, Clarence, that's George, and that's Paul. When I see them boys, I'm gonna put my foot so deep in them, their breath gonna smell like shoe polish.
Eddie Murphy never went mean. That's what separated him from every other comedian who tried what he did. He didn't find the weakness. He found the truth. And the truth, delivered precisely at the right moment to the right person, is always funnier than any joke anyone could write.
I started out, that was my real laugh. And then I realized a little bit along, oh, they're laughing at my laugh. And then it became like part of it and I really made myself stop laughing. Like, I don't laugh like that anymore. I can't laugh like that because people always look over and say that, oh, that's it. And once I was going into a hotel and a guy came to me and said, you still got that laugh? And I was like, what? He said, you still got that laugh? And I said, yeah. He said, hey man, was that computers? I didn't even know what to say. I feel like I'm still standing there where I didn't know what to, like he said that, I just kind of walked away. Was that too? He said it all like sotto voce, you know, like, hey, just between you and me, man. Is that done with computers?
Very much. And what is your name again?
It don't matter what my name is.
It does matter for our viewers, please.
All right, my name is Kiddle Diddles. I don't like my name, that's why I didn't want to say it.
Okay, well, thank you, Kiddle Diddles. Wait, Rick, I think I hear something. It's very faint.
Ain't no damn singing. It's the bears. The bears.